Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
Hello and welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show. It's Thursday, it's June the 12th. We are back to talk more minor league baseball. Today is a big one. We got Travis Sakura in town, so I'm looking forward to seeing him again. I saw him last year in Columbia when Fredericksburg was down here, and it was like a 24-whiff start, just utter dominance. So I'm looking forward to seeing Sakura again. I think he's going to tear up this Spartanburg lineup that doesn't have Malcolm Moore or Dylan Dreiling in it because they're injured. So that should be a fun game to see. Looking forward to that one tonight. Before we do, we got to break down everything that happened yesterday. It's the Minor League Baseball Show. And as usual, we are brought to you by Connect Roasters. That is Ian Happ's coffee company. Connect Roasters makes an incredibly smooth blend of coffee. They actually have some new canned coffee. I'm getting some of that in the mail soon. So go check that out. They've got some really good things going on in the company. Really good coffee. I wouldn't lie about that because I'm a coffee connoisseur and love me some coffee. And I love Connect Roasters. Go check it out. Get a bag, buy one, get one 50% off. So get two bags, nearly on a great price. Nearly buy one, get one free. So you can use the code Dynasty Dugout there, or use the code below or the link in the description, and it'll do it for you. We're also proud to partner with Chinook Seedery. Chinook has the best sunflower seeds in the game. Chinook has a wide variety of flavors: sweet, salty, spicy. You got it. Go check them out. 10% off your order using the code Dynasty Dugout at checkout. So let's dive in on some of the top performers from yesterday's minor league landscape. A ton to talk about, starting with Jett Williams, who had a multi-home run game yesterday. 2 home runs on 2 hits. Jett is really turning it up a bit this year. He's looked really good. I think he's taken a step forward in the profile, and he looks the part. He's up to 6 home runs and 17 stolen bases. Jett's had 209 plate appearances in Double-A. You know, for a smaller frame, like, he's got a really good power speed blend. Normally I kind of write off these shorter guys, but Jett's different because he makes contact, he hits the ball hard, and he can run. So maybe the tools aren't overly flashy. The exit velocities aren't huge by any means, but Jett is a 70 runner with a good feel to hit. The contact skills have ticked up substantially this year. Like, looking at the contact rates, he is at a career best contact right now. In zone contact looks really good. He doesn't chase. The approach is really sound as well. Very low chase rate. So you like to see those things in the profile from a hitter like this who has a good approach. He's patient. He can get to some home runs, and we've seen him put up some decent exit velocities, but really Jett Williams benefits from getting the ball in the air and getting it to the pull side. So his air rate this year is 71%, almost 72%, which is wild. So a lot of healthy fly balls, line drives, and the pull rate's up to 44%. So let's pull up his air pull percentage, see where that is at. I have fly ball pull percentage. It was a little different than air pull percentage, but Jett's fly ball or pulled fly ball rate is 50%. So that's huge. Like, when you can pull 50% of your fly balls and you're hitting the ball in the air a lot, like, you're going to get to these home runs. That's what he did yesterday. He pulled a couple of those fly balls and they left the yard. Jett can swing it. I've seen Jett a ton from his time in high A and spring training, the fall league last year. Jett's a good player. And sadly, I was at the game that he got hurt at last year in the fall league, and he's come back. He's looked really, really good. I've been impressed. He's playing center field, he's playing shortstop, and he's playing both well. So that's an encouraging sign to see. I think the long-term home might be center field, though he is playing more shortstop. Regardless, the versatility is nice. It's going to help Jett find a spot in the major league lineup and be really, really good. He's 21. He's listed 5'7". I think he's 5'5", personally, because I've stood by him. I'm 5'9" on a good day. So I've stood by him and can attest that he ain't very big, but he can swing it. Luis Merejo Jr. of the Guardians had a 2 home run game. He is an interesting player because I loved Merejo last year. He put up some absurd exit velocities, like a 106 90th as an 18-year-old. He had actually was 17 to start the year last year, and he put up those numbers. It's like, dude, this kid has juice. Fun player. He struggled this year. He's slashing 183, 326, 366 right now. And it's got a 30% strikeout rate. Even last year when he was promoted to single A, he only struck out 24% of the time. And this year, there's been a kind of a change in the approach. Like if you look at the numbers, there's been a bit of a change from Merejo. He's swinging way less. He's dropped the swing rate by about 10 percentage points. But in doing so, he's striking out more. Now, the contact rates aren't all that different from what we saw in single A last year to single A this year. But ultimately, he's putting himself in bad counts. And he's getting more called strikes. Naturally, when you're not swinging, you're going to see more called strikes. And he really is just getting in bad counts and not getting good pitches to hit. I think that that's the tell of the story with Luis Merejo Jr. is that, yes, there's power. The approach is actually decent, but it's kind of like the problem we've seen with Emmanuel Rodriguez over the years where it's like, you got to swing the bat. And to see the swing rate cut so much for Merejo is interesting. Now, he's 18. We'll see him next week, actually. I'll see him for 2 weeks. I'm seeing Lynchburg next week and the following week, so that'll be fun. I like that team a lot. Merejo will be interesting to kind of check out. He's a 2023 international signee. He's got power for days. He's up to 8 home runs now. He can run a little bit, 5 stolen bases, and he's got like decent speed, I think. Lifts the ball, gets to the pull side. It's just, can he blend that former approach with a new approach and find the middle ground? I think that's what Luis Merejo will need to do. So I'm watching that pretty closely and seeing what will he become? And can he just be a power-only type? And I'm not sure that's the case because he's really going to have to hit. 18 years old, striking out at the rates we have seen, not ideal. But that's Luis Merejo Jr. of the Cleveland Guardians. Alfonsin Rosario is a really fun prospect. He is one who went to high school near me in P27 Academy in Lexington, South Carolina. I will say the Cubs scout North and South Carolina, I think, better than anybody. I mean, their scouts in these two areas are tremendous. They've pulled guys out of here left and right. Obviously, Rosario is no longer with the Cubs. He was traded to the Guardians this offseason. He's seen his contact rates tick up. Wow, the Guardians love contact, and he's improved. I'm hesitant to say it, but it's not improved enough yet. It looked like it early in the season. He was like 71% contact in the early part of the year, which that was up from like 59%. He's back to like 66%. So not great, but still a good little jump for Alfonsin Rosario of the Guardians. He's got 10 home runs now in the year, 8 stolen bases. When I saw him last year with Myrtle Beach, the Cubs affiliate, he's got power for days. He's got speed. He can run. He's a really good athlete. And ultimately, he gets the ball in the air. He can get to the pull side. It's bat speed. It's tools for days, but the contact is really lagging with Alfonsin Rosario. This year, though, as I mentioned, the numbers have improved. The approach just isn't great, if we're being honest. I mean, he swings a lot. He's chasing. He's not walking a ton. The strikeout rate has dropped from 32.2% last year to 27.2% this year. So it's solid improvement of 5 percentage points for Rosario. I don't know. He's a fascinating player. He's going to have to hit. And I'm not sure if the approach works moving up, but it's plus power and it might be above average speed right now, but he's a strong frame. He's listed 6'1", 210, good athlete. Home run last night was 104. He's at home run up to 113 this year. So he's got some serious juice in that profile. So Alfonsin Rosario is a fun kind of upside prospect, but he's not one that I'm like willing to go all in on. Roc Riggio homered again yesterday. Another day, another home run for Riggio. And it came off of Conley Early, who's a pretty good pitcher. And Riggio, what do you know? He bats left, is a left-on-left crime. Homered up to 12 in 130 plate appearances this year. He has 3 stolen bases as well, slashing 296, 415, 713. I mean, Riggio is one of the most improved prospects in the game, I think. He is already blasted through his home run total last year. I mentioned he got a late start to the year, 130 plate appearances, and he had 480 last year and hit just 11 home runs. So a big jump for him. He's in Double-A right now. He started in High A and got the bump to Double-A. College bat, second baseman out of Oklahoma State. He's 23 years old, but Riggio is an interesting player. The contact rates they're down slightly from last year, but not notably. It's still like an average hit tool. it's a pretty aggressive approach. We've actually seen him be more aggressive in Double-A than we saw in High-A. He was taking more walks and chasing less in High-A. Surprise, when you move up, it gets a little harder, but still running a 415 OBP between both levels, that'll play. He has not walked in Double-A, small sample, 7 games, but I'm curious to see where this profile lands. Roc, Riggio Riggio is one of the buzziest prospects right now on social media, and for good reason, because he's seen the cover off the ball, getting a power that we have not seen. He's small, he's a muscle hamster, but dude keeps hitting. So really fun day for Riggio. So somebody to watch out for in the Yankees org. They develop pretty well, and I like that profile a lot. Let's take a quick break, and we will get back with some pitchers to discuss that really stood out in yesterday's action. What in the world has gotten into Adam Mazur? Now, Mazur is somebody that I really liked last year because after he was traded from the Padres to the Marlins, he made some tweaks. Like he made some changes in which side of the rubber he stood on. He changed some release height things. He lowered his release point, created more ride on his fastball pretty quickly. And he really took off. Now, he struggled out of the gate this year. I was ready for like a potential breakout. And he just didn't strike out guys this year. It's in AAA with the Marlins, not missing bats, but Mazur now suddenly has found a groove, and he's got his ERA down to 3.62 in 59 innings. He has 55 strikeouts to 16 walks. He's allowing a lot of homers. That's a concern. 11 home runs on the year so far. But yesterday, struck out 9 batters on the day. Just walked 1. 3 earned runs was a little bit concerning. We want to see less, but I thought it was still a good start because the walks had gotten out of control at some point. Now, he had rolled 3 walks in 3 of his 5 starts prior to the last 2. And then last week, Mazur comes out and he goes 6 innings, 2 earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. And then last night, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. So Mazur has maintained that change in release point, and I think it's still paying dividends. He is working with a new director of pitching, Bill Hessel with the Marlins. He's doing some really good things, I believe. And so when we're looking at this, it could have been an adjustment that's taking some time. And I actually want to look at his pitch data and see if anything's really changed, like if a usage has changed at all from last year. Yeah, here we go. Mazur's actually leading with his slider more. So his slider's his most used pitch. That's pretty notable. He's throwing a good fastball. It's 94 to 95, T97. So it's good stuff. And, when you look, Mazur now, it's 17 IVB on the 4-seam, and he's throwing from a 5-9 release height. So it's above average IVB. It's below average extension too, which is concerning, but that it's fine. It can play. And the sinker, he drops it down a little bit, 14 inches of run. It is 2 distinct pitches between those two. He's throwing the curve and changeup more, which I like. The changeup plays well off of the sinker, so you like to see those things. Kind of think Adam Mazur might be back, and I just dropped him pretty substantially in my prospect rankings just because the walks had gotten out of control. He wasn't missing bats. I was like, well, what is going on? But now he's refound it. We'll have to dig in more to see game by game, what's he doing, what's making the difference. But Adam Mazur, really, really good start. Let's talk about this Blake Money guy. Blake Money out of LSU, now with the Baltimore Orioles. Yes, he's a little older. He's 23 and a half, and he's in high A. Selected in 2023, 12th round pick from Baton Rouge. He's been really good this year. And actually, the numbers were good last year, but Money was in single A as a 22-year-old, and he spent all year there, where he struck out 28% of batters and walked 6%. If he had walked 28% of the batters, he would not be in minor league baseball anymore. But this year, 29% strikeout rate, 8% walk rate. So it's still maintaining a really good K minus BB rate. The swinging strike rate's up to near 16%. Blake Money's interesting. He's got a 3.57 ERA and a 1.25 whip. But last night, struck out 8 batters, 1 walk, 3 hits, 1 run in 7 innings. Encouraging to see. He had a rough stretch the previous 3 starts. The previous 3 starts were all 4 earned runs. But again, he's pitched well most of the year. So Blake Money is doing some things. I mean, look at the arsenal. What is Blake Money doing to make this work? How is he getting to these numbers? Well, I think he's just advanced when you pitch in the SEC and then you go to high A as a 23-year-old. You should be dominating. But Blake Money, he can be money at times. I actually saw him pitch last year. At one point, I think I saw him on the backfields this spring. He's interesting. The four seam, it'll get up to like 95 at times. It's really a low 90s pitch. He gets good ride on it. So you like to see that. The sinker has good separation actually from the four seam, and he gets good horizontal break. You really like to see him do that. And he's doing some things where I think he's making the necessary tweaks that you want to see. And I really believe that there could be something here. Now, it's still a long development process for Blake Money, but ultimately you look at the profile and it's like, yeah, this might work. He added a cutter recently. His sweeper is very good horizontal or glove side movement. So he's getting like up to 20 inches of sweep at times. And there will be a changeup at times too that can be pretty advanced where it's low 90s at times. So it needs more separation, but when he throws it, it has some decent feel and some decent traits. So it's 6'7". He gets good extension. His release point, is probably conducive to a curveball. Honestly, I wish you look at some of these from the release point and be like, this could work better. But who am I to sit here and question what an organization's pitch development's doing? But Blake Money is a name to know. Keep an eye on him as we continue to see the dominance. I mean, the statistics are there. He's going to pop on statistical models despite his age. But Blake Money, right-handed pitcher, Baltimore Orioles. A couple other pitchers that looked good. And Cameron Weston, I think, is really close to making a debut at this point. It wasn't Cameron Weston's best start, but Baltimore needs arms, so another Oriole arm here. Weston's in AAA. He's got pretty good stuff, actually. 2022 eighth rounder out of Michigan. Weston is been dominant all year. He's striking out 26% of batters. The biggest flaw is the 11% walk rate, which is a pretty big jump from what we're used to from Cameron Weston. But you look at Weston, he's in AAA. They've got the ABS challenge system. Could affect him. So last night, he went 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So again, the walks have kind of plagued him, but back-to-back 7 strikeout games for him. This is an interesting arm. It's got pretty good stuff. Like when you look at the arsenal and pitch data for Cameron Weston, I pull that up. He's somebody at least to keep an eye on. He's got a good mix. He's throwing a lot of pitches, starting with a sinker. It's low 90s, but he reaches 95 pretty regularly. It's a lot of arm side movement, 18 inches of arm side movement on that pitch. You really like to see that. And he pairs it with a pretty good changeup as well. Changeup has about 10 miles an hour of separation, 21 inches of horizontal on the changeup. So that's pretty crazy to see. He throws a splitter. He throws a sweeper. He throws a regular slider. He throws a cutter. Dude's got a full arsenal of pitches. So Cameron Weston is somebody that you look at and it's like, yeah, this guy, there's no reason he can't be in their rotation pretty soon. He's 24. He'll be 25 in August. So he needs to be added to the Rule 5 or add to the 40-man or be Rule 5 eligible this offseason. So Cameron Weston of the Orioles is a name to kind of watch out for there. Kash Mayfield, we got to talk about. He was perfect through 3 innings. But can we take the reins off this kid, please? Mayfield, obviously, first-round value, 25th pick overall, $3.5 million bonus last year for the Padres. He's a big lefty, 6'4", 200. His velocity's actually ticked back. He was 92, 94 in high school. He's 90, 93 now. That's not what you love to see, but he's throwing from like a 5'2" release height. He's creating good ride. Considering the release point, it's like, all right, we need to see a little more velocity, but the changeup's good. The sweeper's good. He's missing bats. He's got 36% K rate, 8% walk rate. It's like a 65% strikeout or strike rate. And ultimately, when we look at Kash, last night, 3 perfect innings, 6 strikeouts. Did everything you want to see. High whiff rates. I think it's like a 47% whiff rate off the top of my head. He's been missing bats all year. He can keep the ball on the ground. He's got a 2.93 FIP and a 3.07 xFIP. So really good stuff from Kash. But it's like, okay, where'd this stuff go? And we need to see the velocity take that step back forward because a 6'4" lefty, I can get it. He's 20, though. He was older for the draft class last year. Really like to see him back in the 93 range. Maybe over time it builds up. That changeup, the feel for it's impressive. Most arms his age can't throw a changeup like that. And a lefty with that changeup, really good offering. I think the command's good. Mayfield's been good, but he's been babied really badly since coming back. He did miss a chunk of time, but his most recent start, 2 innings. Last night, 3 innings. And guess what? Both times he's been perfect. We need to see him built back up. There's some concerns, but at the end of the day, like, I think Mayfield can pitch. It's just, is he a low 90s guy? And if so, I think there's some concerns here. But if he ticks up, then all of a sudden we're looking at a kind of different arm. So Kash Mayfield of the Padres, name to know. It's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about the Travis Sakura start and much more. We'll see you then.